Hello everyone. So this video is just a short introduction to the research notebook. Um, that is a semester long or a unit long project that we will be working with in groups this semester. So to get to the research notebooks, it'll be on the Brio shell, and if you scroll down and open up the research notebook folder, you'll see the first thing will be list of groups. So everyone has been placed into a group already for the research notebooks. You can see your group just by opening up that list and scrolling and finding your name. Once you've been, or when you identified what group you're in, you just need to open up the right link. So only people within that group will have access to that particular research notebook. You can only open up your own. Once you open it up, it'll open up a OneNote notebook. So it is a Microsoft OneNote file. Everyone in the group has access to the same notebook. So it is a group notebook, and it is what we'll be working with each week. So what the idea is here is that we're developing three specific skills. So you'll be working with your group to develop your collaboration skills. So using a digital platform to do work both in class but also outside of class as well. So it allows you a platform to collaborate remotely. Um, a lot of the work should be done in class, but there is a lot to do. And we have obviously lecture segments and other activities in class as well to do. So we do encourage the use of working and collaborating remotely. You'll be developing your understanding of the actual material on the unit as well. So the idea is that you have your academic theories, models, and concepts, and the international business tools and techniques that we learn about during the actual lecture segments in the class. And then you'll be applying some of those same tools and techniques in the group work part of the classes. So, for example, with this particular research notebook, looking at TSMC in week one, we look at motivations for internationalization and looking at internationalization, intrinsic and extrinsic motivations. We're going to be applying that straight away to the case study. Similarly, in week two, where we are looking at political systems and political risk, we'll be applying that to the case study as well, trying to categorize the political systems of Taiwan and the US, as well as looking at specific types of political risk that we've covered in the class and applying that to TSMC's expansion to the US. So it's a way of actually getting some hands-on experience and some direct experience with the concepts, models, and theories that we're discussing in the class itself. And lastly is getting to grips with the use of AI tools when doing research. So there are quite a wide range of AI tools and chatbots available. They have significant limitations, but they can also be particularly helpful or useful. And the reality is that AI assisted workplaces are already becoming the norm, but they will even more so in the future. So we want to try and explore this and get to grips with this. There is quite a bit of stuff that I would want you guys to read through. So there's some discussion on the limitations and risks of AI usage, as well as the particular utility we can get from it. And importantly, there is specific policies around the assessment use of AI. So, and there's quite a few things in this project brief folder as well, including key sources to get you guys started on your research. And so on. But if you look at what a typical week would look like, so you have your research task that you will be working on, and is usually in the form of direct questions. The other page just below it, the task output, is there for you to actually write and record the output of your task. Part of that research process is going to be perhaps looking up information from general web searches, looking up specific information from perhaps Discover or university databases, but also going forward and looking at AI chatbots and AI tools. You have some suggestions for prompts to use, as well as particular advice warnings of how to actually use AI chatbots and AI tools to get the most useful responses. A place to record your key sources, which will come in handy later. So we're not looking at different case studies each week, we're examining the same case study. So keeping track of your sources is really important. As well as another space for general team notes or collaborative space as well. Making sure you do this every week and keep track of your key sources, organize and collaborate effectively. And then the end goal for this semester is going to be a presentation in class around a specific analytical question put to you by your class tutor. What we don't want in the research notebooks is simply taking the AI prompts, plugging them into ChatGPT and copying and pasting the output. That's not going to teach you much about how to effectively use AI chatbots and AI tools, nor is it going to teach you how to collaborate effectively, nor is it going to teach you much about the actual concepts and models that we're looking at on the unit. If you look at the range of tools that we're applying in the research notebook, and then you take a look at the assessment brief, you'll see that there is a huge amount of overlap and direct correlation. If you're able to get some hands-on experience and get some feedback with presenting your findings in class as well from the class tutor, that will put you in a position where the assessment is really not going to be much of a challenge at all. You've already understood the theories and models and concepts. You've applied them to the case study. You've found key resources. You've got experience of using AI chatbots and AI tools effectively. So when it comes to actually sitting down and doing that for your actual companies in your assessments, is going to be a lot more straightforward.